Fairfield area weather forecast. Partly cloudy today, high 78. Clear tonight, low 52. Partly cloudy, 80 tomorrow. For Wednesday, scattered showers, high 72. Partly cloudy, 72 on Thursday. And for Friday, mostly cloudy with a high 78. Overnight low 64, yesterday's high. Or rather, 68, the overnight low. Yesterday's high was 64. Or 84, rather. 6/100ths of an inch of rainfall overnight. Or yesterday. Humidity at 76%. Winds out of the northwest now at 7 miles an hour. Pressure at 30.07. Cloudy skies, 68 right now at the WFIW studios east of Fairfield.
Well, I lost the bet. You actually came back.
Yep. Had thoughts.
I said he's going to end up on some Sarasota, Florida radio station doing the bucket of bunk there, stealing my idea.
Actually, I was just going to hang out at Margaritaville.
That wouldn't have been bad either.
So
let's put a radio station in there, huh?
I think they have Margaritaville radio on.
Oh, they do. Sirius. Absolutely, they do. Well, good morning to you and welcome back, Mark Turner.
I guess.
I'm sure. Mike Podorf here, over here to my right. Thanks for coming in. We enjoy having you for the first time here.
Well, I'm just here to have fun, I guess.
Well, that's exactly what we do. Former fire chief, former city council member. I got to ask you, in all your time as a fire chief, and you get the call, big fire, you get in your pickup truck, you got an F-150, right?
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. At that time you had an F-150. You ever back into a tree on the way to the fire? I'm just asking. This is a question.
I never backed into a tree on the way to a fire. I backed into my wife's car on the way to the coffee shop.
Oh, that's even worse because you have no excuse for that. I was excited.
I don't know. He might have been in a hurry to get there.
No, I wasn't really.
Was she in the car?
Yes, she was.
That's even worse.
She pulled in the driveway as I was backing out, and after I hit her, then she honked the horn.
After. She was wanting a new car, wasn't she?
That's the thing. And here's the thing about that. They will now, she put that in the back of her mind, always to remember, that if she ever does something stupid in a car, she can say, well, I've never backed into you, dude.
Yeah. She hasn't yet.
No. Well, anyway, I'm just saying the tree jumped right out in front of me. Yeah. That's why I've got a busted tailgate, which will be fixed eventually.
Eventually? Once you save up the money?
I have done that. My wife is curious as to how I'm going to do it, but that's between you and me and just between us. There's nobody else needs to know that.
All
right.
That'll work.
Kudos to Tim Tetrick. Is that the proper pronunciation?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Tim won. He won the second $50,000 Pepsi North America Cup harness race elimination on Saturday. That earned him his 11,000th career victory in harness racing. That's unbelievable. I was doing the math before we started. He's 37 years old. He was interviewed on one of those racing channels.
Yeah.
If he started at 17, and I have a feeling I just have a feeling he probably was on one of these horses younger than 17, or on the, driving the.
They start. Some of them start as early as racing.
At 11,000 wins, if you go 20 years back, he's 37. If you went back to the time he was 17, that's 550 wins a year. How do you do that?
Well, you hit every county fair.
Right.
In the state, or that you can in the state.
And you can have several heats,
you go
I
down,
guess.
Yeah. You
ride on different horses?
You could ride in the buggy every race, depending, because there are only so many drivers that go to the races. And, if you go down south during the wintertime, or out east, or up north, the Chicago area, I mean.
Mike, you said you went with school with his folks?
Yeah, I went to school with Tom and Mary Alice. They're both in my class.
I think he dedicated his 11,000th win to his dad, which was very nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting news. Mike, buckle in for the ride. We're going to start with what we do always at this time, and that is the bucket O'Bunk.
Give us the bunk.
Yes. I love that. That's solo. That's Mike Dreeth and the Pips with a solo by Jeff Vaughn at the end there. Birthdays today: Judy Garland.
Did you say Mike Dreeth and the Pimps?
No,
Oh,
Pips.
Pips, okay.
Pips. It probably would work either way. Judy Garland would have. This was her birthday. She was born in 1922. Born Frances Ethel Gum was her real name.
Okay. Probably good that she changed it to Judy Garland.
You and I were talking.
The Wizard of Oz, starring Frances Ethel Gum.
I don't think
Doesn't
that
quite sing
No.
like Judy Garland.
No, it doesn't. And then you got Liza Gum. That'd be her daughter.
Yeah.
Minnelli.
Yeah.
She married Minnelli, so she wouldn't take mom's name. She died. Did you remember that she had died at 47?
I did not realize that.
That's
She looked
incredible.
very old when she passed away,
Yeah,
though. She
you know,
looked
there
like
was
she had been...
A little bit of alcohol, a little
Yeah.
bit of substance abuse, and she was hundreds of thousands of dollars in back taxes behind to the IRS.
Yeah.
Signed with MGM as a teenager, and she was Dorothy Gale in The Wizard of Oz in 1939. And really, actually typecast almost for the rest of her life after
Oh, yeah,
that. I mean, it was an
absolutely.
iconic role. She was, my wife's favorite movie is Meet Me in St. Louis, 1944. And it's a great movie, great musical. And The Harvey Girls in 1948, A Star is Born in 1954. How many times has that movie been remade?
4 or 5 at least.
Judgment at Nuremberg in 1961. She had 5 husbands, 3 kids, and lived somewhat of a tortured life.
Yeah.
So she was born today, Judy Garland. F. Lee Bailey, who's still with us at the age of 85.
Flea Bailey.
F. Lee Bailey, part of the Dream Team.
Yep.
He was disbarred.
After...
He took one of his clients' money to hold on to it to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And that's not
he
cool.
didn't keep it safe?
Apparently not. I don't think you can keep your client's money safe. At least he was disbarred in Massachusetts and Florida in the early 2000s. Not only was he best known as a member of the Dream Team, Simpson, O.J. Simpson's defense team, but he was charged with DUI in 1982 and beat it because he had went out and got Robert Shapiro, who was also a member of the Dream Team.
Right.
And they beat the DUI. And then F. Lee Bailey wrote a book called How to Protect Yourself Against Cops in California and Other Strange Places. So he didn't think much of the DUI laws, or police for that matter. 4 wives, 3 kids. F. Lee Bailey is 85 today. Elizabeth Hurley is 54 today.
Oh, yeah.
Model, British actress.
She's looking pretty good still.
Yes, she
At
is.
that
Yes,
age.
she is. She's held up over the years. She's best known for her roles in Austin Powers. She was the devil in Bedazzled in 2000. She was well known as the girlfriend of Hugh Grant, starting back in 1987. Of course, in 1995, Hugh made a mistake.
Yeah, he made a big one. He made a big one.
He was busted for hiring a woman of the evening
Yeah.
and getting caught by the media. They split. She stayed with him for 5 more years before.
Really?
Yes, before they ended. She's been married once. That ended in divorce after 4 years. She has 1 child. Lots of modeling these days. She looks very good
Oh, yeah.
for 54.
She does look good for 54.
Yeah. Kate Upton is 26 today. St. Joseph, Michigan. Cover girl for Sports Illustrated on the 2012, 2013, and 2017 years of the swimsuit edition of SI, which, of course, I never, ever pick up because it doesn't have the kind of content in it that I think is necessary for a good sports magazine. You know what I mean, Mike? I mean,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
probably with me on that,
You're
right?
right. Yes, I agree.
So much,
I don't know. I think the
Play it
content's pretty
safe.
good on that.
so
on that
much
issue.
fluff. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's so much fluff. But, you know, they're always in poses where they're doing something athletic, so there is content involved.
Is that what you sell to your wife? It's got to work in my place. I guarantee you. That's on South First. That's going to be something used to be able to for kindling. Anyway, she's during her first photo shoot, she had on a cross, and the photographer made her take it off, which greatly offended her. And so she's got tattooed on her finger now a tattoo of the cross, so she never has to take it off, so to speak. Owns a boxer dog by the name of Harley. She was in Tower Heist in 2011, The Other Woman in 2014, the movie The Layover in 2017, and she married a famous baseball player. Do you not know this?
No,
Come on, you're the sports guy.
I do not know this
She
one.
married Justin Verlander.
Really?
Yes,
I did.
Kate Upton married Justin Verlander.
Isn't there a little bit of an age difference between those two?
Well, she's 26.
Isn't Verlander about 38 or something?
I don't think he's that old, is he? Well, so what? I mean, look at Tony Randall.
Well,
That's
you know,
12 years.
He's
Come
the
on.
man, though.
Well, he's the man if he's
Tony
good.
Randall is the man.
Tony Randall is the man, but I tell you what, in a lot of ways, Justin Verlander, in my view, is the man.
All right.
They married in 2017. They have one child.
Okay.
And, of course, he's now in Houston. He was in Detroit
Yeah.
for years and years. This date in history, 1854, U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis was first established, its first graduation. 1903, Binney and Smith Company began developing a product line of wax crayons. The product was to be known as Crayola.
Crayola.
And you've
I
got,
remember
I got
those.
6 or 7 of them right there on your side
do.
of the board.
I do.
My box only has 6.
You're a few Crayolas short then, Mike.
Yeah, you bet.
You got
Is that because you lost them?
No, that's what they come with. 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
6 of them.
Yeah.
It's not a colorful world for Mike Power.
No. Didn't
Much
even have
more-
a sharpener on the box.
No, it wasn't that the cool feature.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you could sharpen. You took off the
paper.
the paper, and
Yeah.
you sharpened your Crayola. I like the great big Crayolas. You remember Dickie and Tommy Smothers?
Oh, yeah.
How
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Smothers used to say that he smoked crayons when he was, he had multicolored teeth.
Yeah. Well, there's been plenty of kids who's eaten crayons.
Yeah, I think they're probably tested so that people don't.
I think I ate 2 of mine. I only had 4 actually by the end of the year.
So now you're down to 4. I mean, it's not. By the way, 1933 on this date.
We will work on getting you a new box of crayons.
Thanks.
We've got plenty around
need
here.
that.
Yeah. Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow were in a car accident on a rural road in North Texas. The third-degree burn suffered by Parker resulted in a pronounced limp for the rest of her life. A
Which-
brief life.
Which didn't last very long
No,
after
no,
that.
the limp didn't really matter after a short period of time. In 1944, the youngest pitcher in Major League Baseball pitched his first game.
That was,
I know you're going to do this. You're going to get it.
oh, man, I can't think. Bob,
No.
no.
Mike, you got any ideas?
I have no idea.
Joe Nuxall,
Joe Nuxall. Okay.
Cincinnati Reds. He was 15 years old, 15 years, 10 months, and 11 days.
Wow.
Can you imagine a 15-year-old today on the mound? I can't. A Major League Baseball game?
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't. I can't imagine that. 1983, Johnny Bench announced his plans to retire. Many think the best all-around catcher
I think
ever.
so.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
It's hard to dispute Yogi Berra's numbers
It is, but I think
and his
Vince-
rings too.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying. Just saying. 1966 music history. The Beatles were first heard using reverse tape
Uh-oh.
in the song Rain. It was a B-side for the song Paperback Writer. I never understood
so they
backward
used reverse
masking.
words for the song Rain? So
Yeah.
it was near?
Yeah. They were putting get an umbrella backwards.
Yeah.
Umbrella, get on. 1976, Paul McCartney and Wings set a record for an indoor concert. We established last week that I was at the concert that broke this record.
Really?
Yes, I was with 105,000 of George Strait's closest friends at his quote-unquote last concert. which wasn't his last concert because I'm still paying for my wife to go see him in concert.
Go see the final tour.
Well, this was the one that we talked about. 105,000 people at the Dallas Stadium, Mike. And I thought, okay, well, I'm going to lay out this money because it's the last time I have to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't a year later. He's in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
Guess who has to go see him in Vegas?
Yeah.
That would be you.
Not me. I just sent her with her.
Oh, you just paid
no,
for the trip.
I've seen him way too much. Paul McCartney and Wings set a record for an indoor concert when 67, just a small gathering compared to what I was involved in.
Oh, yeah.
67,000 fans in Seattle, Washington. Okay. In 1992, a judge in Los Angeles, California, threw out a $25 million palimony lawsuit against Rod Stewart. The suit had been brought by swimsuit model Kelly Imberg. Apparently, there was no substance to her claim. Our question of the day, which we'll come back and look at. The question is a low-hanging fruit one, don't you think? I mean, I'm looking at you. You're the sports guy. You've been here for a year. You've watched the success of the high school. The question was, do you agree we just experienced the greatest sports year in Fairfield Community High School's history? That's the question. And we had a smattering of response, and we'll tell you about the results after we come back from Morning Coffee.
Napa know-how.
At Napa Auto Care Centers, you'll get a $75 prepaid Visa card when you spend $250 on Napa brake parts, which is cause to celebrate. Because normally the sound of screeching brakes means your bank account's about to take a hit. But getting $75 back makes that hit not so bad. Quality parts installed by the pros. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Care Centers. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 6/30/19.
At Simple Mobile, you get the no contract advantage. Unlimited talk and text plus 3 gigabytes of high-speed data now for $20 a month for the first 3 months. Just $20 a month on a lightning-fast 4G LTE nationwide network and no contract. That's our best deal ever. Learn more at simplemobile.com. Simple Mobile, out with the old, in with the simple.
Requires new auto re-up enrollment by 6/30/19. $23.75 per month after first 3 months. Credit card and Simple Mobile account required for enrollment, plus taxes and fees. See terms and conditions at simplemobile.com.
Dad gets the Brighton, you get the Brighton free water bottle. Delight your dad this Father's Day with Brighton belts and wallets starting at just $34 at Carnaby Square. Choose from dress or casual Brighton belts, Justin belts by Brighton, and even reversible belts in stock sizes 36 to 44 or order sizes 26 to 56. He won't be expecting a Brighton wallet. Choose from flip, trifold, and magnetic money clip wallets. Standout styles for fabulous fathers and a free Scribble Garden water bottle for you with your $100 Brighton purchase at Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield.
When describing traditional products like checking or savings accounts, many banks use the words personal banking. At F&B, we like to focus on the personal side of that term. How? By always applying personal attention, by always delivering with personal care, and by treating you like a person, not an account. F&B, banking, business, life. Member FDIC.
It's here. The Big Deal Store is online and waiting for you to shop and buy gift certificates to local businesses. Go to our station's website, WFIWradio.com, and click on the Big Deals. Here you'll find dozens of gift certificates from places like Gotzi's Restaurant, Patty's Share Magic, Simply Enough Scrubs and Stuff, and Southern Illinois Tile and Carpet Supply. You can shop 24 hours a day and save a ton of money in the process. But you better hurry. You never know how long these deals will last.
Hi, this is Bill Stevens with another Time Capsule quiz. Which month and year was it when the Warren Commission told us that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone? Robert Kennedy quit as Attorney General to run for the Senate. 250,000 auto workers went out on strike against General Motors. Hollywood lost Harpo Marx. New on the tube were the Addams Family, the Munsters, Shindig, Bewitched, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., and Gilligan's Island. And here's what was cooking on the radio.
I'm on the outside looking in.
Ain't it funny? We'll sing in the sunshine. Shouldn't have to go.
Walking in the sand.
Pretty woman, no more pretty butter.
You're out moved in a haunted house.
Maybelline,
All these songs came out together. But when? And a little taste of the top song from the month and year are coming up.
Working toward your dream career can be more affordable with Vincennes University. Invest in a focused, quality education that is trusted by industries to deliver results. Study on campus or online. No matter where you are, Vincennes University can help you reach your goals. Learn more at vinu.edu. Vincennes University. Focused, quality education.
September 1964, in the house of the rising sun.
The Animals and House of the Rising Sun, the top song of September 1964. This is Bill Stevens for tcapsule.com. Back soon with another Time Capsule.
Community Connection is now online at WFIWradio.com. Now, not only can you hear the Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and 103.3 FM, but you can hear it online anytime. If you missed the show, go to WFIWradio.com, then click on About Us, then Community Connection for the latest episodes. You can also catch up on past shows. Community Connection after the 7:15 news on WFIW AM 1390 and FM 103.3, and now online at WFIWradio.com.
Time for the question of the day. Background music provided by the Fairfield City Band. A John Williams number, the NBC news theme.
Yep.
Do you agree we just completed the greatest sports year in Fairfield Community High School history? Well, what say ye?
Well, I'm, as someone who just moved to Fairfield a couple of years ago, it's definitely one for the ages.
Yes.
I can't say without question that is it the best ever? Can't say. I will say it's one for the ages. Has to be one of the best, no doubt about it.
Mike, you've been around here for a long time. You see anything better?
It was a great year. It was an absolutely great year for them. I was just sitting here trying to remember back that far. We had some good basketball players back when I was in high school. Jed Foster was one of them, and Bob Clayton.
Yes.
John Couch was there. And we had some really good times back then and good years in basketball.
Back in the day, Mike, you were without class systems. You had to go up against Centralia in the sectionals. I mean, the truth of the matter is, it was a little bit more difficult, I suspect, to get to a state tournament or in track to get to the final.
Right. Well, I think the class system came into effect mid to late 80s, is that right?
Yeah,
I
it was
so.
a long time after I was out of school.
Right.
So maybe people are holding on to, that. Maybe they think that is the reason why it might not be. Well, we had, about 70 or more voting, and it was pretty lopsided in agreement. When I checked at 7 a.m., 52 yes. They agreed that this was the greatest sports season in Fairfield Community High School history. Only 16 no. Right. And so I think probably that was a lob ball, don't you think?
I think so. Good morning. You're on Morning Coffee.
Yeah, this is Tex Mosen. I've been a friend and raced all my life with the teaching family. I just want to enlighten you guys just a little bit. He lives out right on the New Jersey Meadowlands out there in the state of Pennsylvania. In the state of Pennsylvania, they have 5 harness tracks. 5, not A and B. They have go by A and B and C, and they're all A's. And then the Meadowlands is probably the biggest as far as gross purses. And then he goes also to New York, the Yonkers, and races. But
Tex, conceivably, can somebody stay on top in that industry?
Well, I don't know where he stay on top, but I just tell my daughter, I said, if he stays healthy, they're prone to a lot of accidents. They get hurt.
Yeah.